think we'll start now. It's 7. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining on time. This is the first session of B1 sessions. Uh, we'll have 24 sessions. Today we'll have two, and then again we'll keep having two sessions every Monday and Thursday. Uh, yes, today's topic is genitive. You understand in German language there are four cases. There is nominative, there is accusative, there is dative, and genitive. By now, you should be aware of what these cases mean. Nominative, accusative, dative, you should be sure almost 100%. Genitive, in A2, you get an introduction to genitive. In B1, you will just revise genitive one more time. That's why what we'll do today is we'll do a comprehensive, as much comprehensive as possible revision of genitive case. We'll do some exercises. Yes, of course. And in the second session, we'll try to learn some new German words that I think are relevant for B1 level. Yeah. All right. So let us start. Meanwhile, guys, any questions, feel free to interrupt. Just a disclaimer, guys, when you try to learn a language, right? At least especially German language, I think it takes at least 160 hours for the instructor to teach you all that the instructor wants to teach you, right? 160 hours, and then you have to do 160 hours of homework on your own. So it's around 320 hours. And what we are trying to do over here is we are trying to cover content that should be taught and practiced over 160 hours in 16 to 24 hours, right? So of course we will miss a lot of things. Grammar will try to cover almost all of it, but the practice is something you have to do on your own. So if you're preparing for an exam, do not depend entirely on these sessions. See if you can get some extra help from whomever you think is good for you. Yes, so just a disclaimer, let us continue. All right, anyone feels like helping me answer these questions? So you see five statements on the slide, right? Who is it? What is it? How is it? For whom is it? Whose is it, right? How do I say these things in German? Yes, Mukul, you can start. Yeah, Mukul, you raised your hand. You can
Hello,
unmute and
hello.
answer.
Yeah, my voice is audible.
Yeah, you are. You are. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Just wait because there was some network issue from my end.
Yeah, now
That's
it's
why
fine.
some
But
due to
but
internet.
Mukul, do you want to answer or like?
I will answer the next question as I'm
Okay,
not ready for
okay.
it.
Oh no, then you can mute yourself. Anyone else? Guys, the more interactive we can do, the better it is. And feel free to make as many mistakes as you can over here. So you should know how to say who, what, how, and for whom. Uh, Prisha, do you feel like answering? Because I saw your name first.
Um,
How do you say
uh,
who? Yeah.
um,
Maybe I can try something.
Yeah,
Okay,
Santosh, you can try. Prisha, you can mute yourself. Yeah.
maybe. You want a German of this, right?
Yeah,
You
of
don't
course,
mind.
German one. Yeah.
Okay. Where is this?
Where is this? Yeah. Where? So who is where? Then
Was is this?
was is this? What is was? And then
Wie is this?
yes, how is we? Then
Wem is this?
no, no,
Wem? For whom?
no. That is
Uh,
dative. It is accusative. So it will be few
uh,
vain.
when, yeah, when. Yeah.
Vain,
But
right?
for
Vain.
whom? For whom it is not
No, it's
when?
not dative. It's the moment you use few, right? The moment you use few, whatever comes after it, it is always accusative. Remember this, okay? When you use
Can you repeat?
few,
Sorry.
when you use the few, f, loud air, whatever comes after it will always be accusative.
Okay. For whom here? Okay, okay.
Yeah,
That for.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. Next one, the most important one. How do I say
Who?
hose is it?
Yeah, that's what I think we are talking now.
Yeah, let's say, like you and I are traveling in a train and we are nice people and we see that there is a wallet lying in the train. Of course, because we are nice people, we'll take it in our hand and say, whose is it? Right? And if you don't know how to
Who's
say
is
whose in
it?
German, how will you say? Okay. Anyone
I
else?
just forgot. And yeah, who's is it?
Yes, Chaitanya,
When
you can
is
answer.
this?
No. When? No, no. When is
When?
no
When?
Vame. Yeah, Vame is this. No, then you cannot say Vame, right? You know, if you say Vame, you will have to use a different verb. Vame gehört das. Here
When
you will
gehört
have to
er?
say. Here you will have to say Wessen. Okay,
Wessen. Okay.
Wessen, right? Now, even though I am teaching you this, believe me, I don't think you will hear Wessen. I mean, I don't hear Wessen a lot. People normally will say, like, Wem gehot das and so on. But I'm just telling you that Wessen is a new W word that you learned today. Please remember this if you're preparing for some or the other kind of German B1 exam or even A2 exam. In real life, I don't think you will need Wessen, but at least you should know, okay, now that you have learned it. Just to tell you, so you had where, right? Where was nominative. Was is also nominative. No, forget was. Where is nominative. Wen is accusative. And Wessen is genitive. We'll try to understand what genitive case is. Just telling you that Wen is accusative case. Where is nominative case. Wessen is genitive case. Just be with me. Uh, all right. Rishabh, because you said something, right? Or Chaitanya who was answering.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rishabh, please tell me how do I, if you can, very quickly, tell me how you see some sentences in front of your eyes, right, on the slide. Tell me how do I
Yeah.
say these things in German?
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, quickly. The project is simple, right? For some reason, we cannot hear you. Okay, I think Rishabh is gone. All right. Anyone else? This is the first session. You guys will have to talk. I don't just. So how do I say these things in German? You don't. Okay, just tell me the.
Hi,
Yeah.
hi, Rohit.
Yes.
I know some little translation. Can I try it? Two to three translation.
Uh, yes. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. Let's not use the word
Okay,
translation, but yeah, okay. Yeah, you can tell me how do I say these things in German? Just tell me the
okay.
first
The
sentence.
project is successful. The transmission, the conversion is das Project is the, then the successful keyword I don't know for
Okay, let's. I
successful
think
keyword.
Suresh wants to try. Yeah, Suresh, you can. You can.
Okay, this project is air flourish.
Yeah.
Airflow is successful. Yeah, so
Yes. Yes.
a
Uh,
successful. I don't know actually. Yeah, actually,
that's
air
cool. Yeah.
flourish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Santosh. Thank you very much. Suresh, if you have a question, please ask.
Can I continue to the next? Laptop is modern.
No. No. I need someone who can answer more questions. Like you have to give me the entire sentence. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for this I can well give the entire sentence. Actually, I don't know to ask.
Then
My
no problem.
laptop
Yeah.
is modern
Just one
means
second. I think
mini
Suresh.
lap.
Suresh. One second. Suresh has a question, right? Suresh, if you have raised your hand, please ask.
Yeah, and so the project is airflow clutch,
Very
right?
good. This project. Okay. Yeah. Not
Yeah,
ja.
yeah,
Yuck. Yeah. So next one,
yeah,
please.
yeah.
Yeah. How do I say the next one, Suresh?
Uh, my laptop is modern,
Modern. Okay.
modern.
Modern.
Yeah.
Next one. How do I say the next one?
Hmm. Ich weiß nicht. Yeah.
Okay. How do you say the next one? The office is clean.
Bureau. That's bureau is
Clean.
aufräumt or
No, clean is sauber.
sauber,
Yeah.
sauber. Yeah.
So again, you don't need to. I'm just what I'm trying to get to is Suresh. Please keep answering. So you know how to say the project is successful, right? You told me how to say my laptop is modern. How do I say the manager's project is successful or the project of manager is successful? And you told me how to say my laptop is modern. How do I say my colleague's laptop or the laptop of my colleague is modern? Do you know how to say these things?
Yeah, mein Kollege.
No, you have
Wir
to no,
können.
you have to say my laptop is modern, and now you are saying my colleague's laptop is modern. So how will you say it? The entire sentence.
Uh,
Can I say something?
Yeah, yeah, Arvind, you can, of course.
Yeah, actually, like if I'm correct, we can do it two ways. One is uh, das Laptop von meine Kollege or das Laptop des Kollege. So like
Very good.
two way.
Very good. Yeah. So you are not completely correct. So thus laptop this Kollegen, but you are right. Yeah, you are right. There are two ways to say it, right? And this is genitive, right? This is why you need genitive. So you see what's happening, right? So the project is successful. The project is in nominative case. Now when you want to like have some kind of relationship, right? So you are now developing relationship between the manager and the project, the laptop and the colleague. The next sentence is the desk is tidy, but if you want to say the desk of the boss or the boss's desk is tidy, right? You understand, right? So the manager will be in genitive case, colleague will be in genitive case, boss will be in genitive case. Here the office is clean, but if you want to say the employee's office is clean, so employee will be in genitive case, right? Here the feedback is important. The supervisor's feedback is important. Supervisor will be, genitive case. And similarly, I can say, for example, recognition motivates me. I believe all of us. Recognition will be nominative case, but if you say recognition of my work motivates me or my work's recognition motivates me, my work will be in genitive case. So you understand where genitive comes, right? Here as well, right? That's why you understand Wessen, right? For example, if I say recognition motivates me, then you may ask, I mean, of course it's obvious when I say recognition, I mean like recognition which is related to me. But if you are my friend and you want to make fun of me, you will say, right, like, whose recognition motivates you, right? Wessen, uh, yeah, recognition motivates this, right? So this is genitive. I hope you are trying to understand what, like, when genitive comes into picture, right? uh, let's little, before we talk about few more rules, let's learn few more things, right? When we learned, you learned in A1, A2, nominative, accusative, dative, and genitive, right? You understood that there are some verbs like sein, heißen. They are considered to be like not officially, but we call them nominative verbs, because when we use sein and heißen, the object is nominative case, in a nominative case. Then there are verbs which we call them dative verbs, right? For example, helfen, a few more I can't think of, but there are verbs which are dative. That means the object will be in dative case. Then there are other verbs, for example, and there the object is in accusative case, right? Now the question is, so I told you that here, manager is here, manager, colleague, boss, these things are in, these nouns find themselves to be in genitive case in German language. But are there verbs, when you use some verbs, the object will be in genitive case. So if that is your question, are there verbs which require the object to be in genitive case? The answer is 100% yes. There are a lot of verbs. But the good thing about them is, do you need to learn these verbs for daily life? Okay, I'm saying daily life. The answer is no. Okay, I don't need them. I don't think people like, unless and until you are an author, you decide to write some book, or you are writing a lot of reports which a lot of people will read, or you are working in the media industry where you do some kind of reporting. If you are speaking very very formal German, then you may need genitive verbs. Otherwise, for people like you and me, I don't know most of you, but like I'm a data engineer, so I don't need genitive verbs. So again, are there verbs which require the object to be in genitive case? Answer is yes. Do you need them? No. This makes our life easier. uh, are there prepositions which require the object to be in genitive case? Like, I said, if I go back here, fure, right? Fure is a preposition, and after fure, whatever you have, it will always be in genitive case. Sorry, accusative case. After fure, whatever you have will always be in accusative case. Similarly, when you have nach, for, after nach and for, whatever you have, it will always be in dative case. Similarly, are there prepositions which require the object to be, or which require the following noun to be in native case? The answer is yes. How many are there? There can be many. Which ones are important for me, and I think for daily life? These ones. You have wegen, aufgrund, trotz, statt, während, innerhalb, außerhalb. Now, Arvind, because you gave the last answer, can you try to, or if you know, give me the meanings of these prepositions?
Um, I'm not exactly sure of everything,
It's
but
fine. Guess.
something I can try. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegan is like something because kind of word,
Yeah, yeah. Because
and
or
off,
due to, whenever you're
yeah,
giving a reason. Yeah.
yeah, reason. Aufgrund, uh, Aufgrund, like I don't exactly remember Aufgrund. Trotzdem, we can use like trotzdem, and trotzdem also, like I don't know, like reasoning only it can be used. And stat is instead, and whereand Während is due to innerhalb, innerhalb and außerhalb. Like, in, I am exactly not sure.
Okay, no
Sorry.
problem. No problem, but thank you for trying. Some answers were right, some answers were wrong. Anyone feels like correcting Arvind and helping us? Like, so some answers were obviously wrong, some answers were completely correct. Yeah, Suresh, please try.
Ja, ich kann einige Wörter sagen.
Yeah.
Innerhalb, inside, außerhalb, outside. Aufgrund is that reason.
Yeah, so Wegen and Aufgrund, they both mean reason. Aufgrund, it was obvious. You have the word Grund. Grund means reason. Okay,
Ja.
Aufgrund. Trotz,
Trotz, vielleicht, perhaps.
you can not perhaps you can think of Trotz as like despite despite the bad
Despite,
weather,
yeah.
this guy wants
Despite is
to.
the right word,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah.
despite. Start or start. Sorry, start, not.
That's, no, I don't, ich habe
Start is like
vergessen, ja.
instead.
Instead, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Während, Arvind said Während means something. I don't know, but the answer was wrong. What do you think Während means?
Is it while? While?
The variant is while.
While or during, right? So now, we all, because I mean, we can speak in German, but I think because it's kind of like crash course kind of thing, don't want to correct your German right away. So we'll continue speaking English. I will speak in English. You can speak in German. I don't have any problem with that. Okay. Yeah. Uh, what I'm trying to say is that we all so I said vegan is because Aufgrund is also like because, but why do we have two different words, right? Vegan and Aufgrund. The reason is something like in English you have hence, therefore, thus. They both mean something similar, right? But you cannot, you can use them interchangeably, but there are places where you can only use hence, there are places where you can only use therefore, right? So, and what I'm trying to say is that you should know, like 50 90% what these prepositions mean, but don't try to remember. Okay, start means instead, try to use them, try to frame a sentence. In a halb, for example, you can say, right, in a halb there's houses, uh, tragen wir keine Schuhe. Inside the house we don't wear shoes, right? Außerhalb, I don't know, like außerhalb. You can think of. I'm trying to say is that try think of some sentences. And what's even better is you are learning German. I believe most of you are at least 25 years old. You are learning German to increase your salary, to improve your professional career, right? So think of examples which you can use in your 9 to 5 life. Okay, so these are, I mean, there are other prepositions which require the object to be in genitive case, but these ones I think you should know. Yes, please ask question.
If you can say some example for inner halb and outer halb, it will be better because
Sh-
I think in and drinnen and draußen is also same meaning.
Yeah, but Dren and Drausen is like they are like how do you say? They are not prepositions. Dren and Drausen. If I ask you, let's say we both live, like let's say you Arvind, you I, and there is we have one more. Let's say I know. Let's say I have an apartment and there is an empty bedroom in my apartment, and you decide, I decide to rent it to you, right? And then you come, and then I see that you have a shoe rack. You also have brought a shoe rack with you. I will say draußen, outside, right? And then you ask, but uh, what about you have something? Let's say I don't know, like let's say you have. You bring a dog, stupid example, and then I say drinnen, inside. So these are like these are not prepositions, you can just use them on their own. you know for example, uh, Schurak bleibt draußen. Okay, dein Hund bleibt drinnen. Now let's look at examples, innerhalb, außerhalb. Let's say if I want to say inside the house you cannot smoke. Okay, innerhalb des Hauses darfst du nicht rauchen, right? I cannot. So inside the house you cannot smoke. Now you say, can I use drinnen over here? You cannot. So if you decide, I mean, here you cannot use drinnen because drinnen is not a preposition. Okay. If you say drinnen des Hauses darfst du nicht rauchen, people will know what you are saying, but they will also know that your grammar is not correct. Okay. So drinnen and draußen, they are not prepositions. Innerhalb, außerhalb are prepositions. Does that answer your question, Arvind?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome. Okay, more questions, please ask. Otherwise, we'll continue. Okay. So, we discussed, let me go back. I told you that, so Wessen is in genitive case, and I told you, where normally you will have to use genitive case. Yes, please, Suresh. You have a question?
Yeah, Rohit, I have a question about the verb position in the genitive.
Verb position.
In
Yeah.
the example you have given is
Yeah, let me go back.
innerhalb des Haus
Yeah.
darfst du nicht rauchen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So verb position, the innerhalb is part of the subject, or
Yeah, yeah, it's just one entity. So the verb is still at the second position. So this is one position, position number one, and this is the second position. So if you're asking where is the verb, the sentence structure does not change. You know, the sentence. I mean, so are you saying like why did I not like say do darfs in a this? Why is do here and not here? Is that what you're asking?
no. I'm
Yeah.
talking about verb position only. I know this.
Uh, yeah, the
This
verb is
can
at
be
the second
exchanged.
position.
Subject can
Yeah.
be exchanged. But in this context,
Yeah.
innerhalb des Haus is what object or
It's not the okay. Good question whether it is object or not. It's not object. It is like so. I mean, let me go back. Let's say if I say ich habe.
It is like us. Someone says the heute, heute. Then
It's yeah. It's like extra information. I
it's
mean,
a, it's it's
I
a, it's
don't.
another element, additional elements in the sentence. Like,
Yeah. So for example, in a let's use a very stupid example. Kannst du mir. It's a very stupid example. Okay, let's say. Okay, innerhalb des Hauses kannst du mir Cola anbieten. Now, the sentence will also be complete if I don't have innerhalb des Hauses, right? What do I mean? I can just say du kannst mir Cola anbieten, right? The sentence is complete. Now, to provide more information, I can say like, you can offer me cola inside the house. Du kannst mir innerhalb des Hauses Cola anbieten, right? And I can also place this innerhalb des Hauses at the beginning, and the du will be after the conjugated verb, that is kannst. Does it make sense, Suresh?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's just
does it
yeah.
that is not necessary that it's not a constant approach, right? So we can exchange anywhere, anyhow. Yeah,
I mean, of course,
we
where
can
I mean,
shift
you
the
cannot
inner
you
half.
cannot place
Yeah.
it like here, right? After unbeaten, because this has to be at this position, right? So you cannot place it here. So there are few things
Okay.
are fixed, right? For example, when you or it's something. Let's say if I don't use you offer me again very stupid example. Du bietest mir. Let's say I don't use können. Okay. Du bietest mir innerhalb des. I'm not using können. I'm just using unbeaten as it is, right? So again, you have to understand that this is extra information, so you cannot say that I'm going to place it after the prefix, right? Because when you use a separable verb, trennbare verb, the prefix takes the last position. Nothing comes after prefix, right?
Mm, yeah.
Right? And you cannot also place it between the subject. I mean, if you place like the verb is always at the second position. Now you cannot say du innerhalb des Hauses bietet mir Cola. And you can say it, but there will be let's say if I try to place innerhalb des. Good question. If I place it over here, right? Du innerhalb des Hauses bietest mir Cola. Let me delete this thing as well. Cola an, right? Now this sentence on paper it looks wrong, but in real life it may not sound wrong. All I have to do is put a comma over here. Again, don't try to do this in exam. You, like the teacher will think that you are trying to be over smart with her or him. I'm saying, let's say when we talk, right, we don't always frame entire sentences in our head, then we speak, right? We just start talking, right? I say, du innerhalb des Hauses bietest mir Cola an. You know,
Mm.
depends on how you're speaking, right? But I mean, so if in exam, I don't know if you're preparing for an exam, make sure that you either write it, either here or you write it over here. Yeah.
Okay.
More questions? Okay,
Thank you, Rohit. Yeah.
most welcome. Just one more thing. Not, I mean, whenever you ask me something, right, and I explain, if it's not clear, ask again. Don't think that if I will. This is the time to ask. I don't mind, as if you ask me the same question again and again. All right. So we discussed, right? So we discussed that what is the bone, like scenario where you will have to use genitive, right? Then we discussed like prepositions, like which prepositions may require you the noun to be in genitive case. But now the example that I gave, right? So you notice that I wrote, did I delete it or what? Okay, I said innerhalb des houses, right? I said des houses. Now this is, I mean, at least new. If you don't know, have no idea about genitive, right? You don't know, you did not learn the article des, right? You know there, then, them, but des you never learned. And I'm saying houses. I did not say house or houser. I said houses. Why am I adding the extra sound of s? Let's learn that, right? So here are a few things you need to learn. So whenever you have the particular noun in genitive case, right, and you are also using an article, sometimes you use article, sometimes you do not use an article. If you are also using a noun with article with the noun which happens to be in genitive case, you have to use these articles. So you have, yes, Suresh, do you mind, can you read all these? I mean, the first column, second column, third column, and the fourth column.
Yeah, sure. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Uh, you want me to read masculine first?
Yeah, yeah, this column. Yeah, please read.
Okay. So, masculine, des, eines, keines, meines, deines, deines, ihres, ihres, unseres, eures.
Maybe we'll give someone else try. There is some problem with your audio. Jagdish, if you don't mind, can you read the second, third, and the fourth column? Suresh, you can mute yourself.
Yeah, you mean neutrum, right?
Yeah, neutrum. Yeah, just read the
Neut-
columns. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, neutrum. Das, eines,
Not das.
kein,
First of all, it's neutrum and
des.
not neutrum.
Neut- okay,
And it's
neutrum.
des.
Des, eines, keines, meines, deines, seines, ihres, unseres, eures.
Continue.
Eures. And in feminine, der, einer, keiner, meiner, deiner, seiner, ihrer, unserer, eurer. Mit Plural der und keiner, meiner, deiner, seiner, ihrer, unserer, eurer.
Very good, right? So in exam, please try to pronounce the R part. In real life, you will notice whenever a word, not just, whenever a word ends with the sound of R, people don't pronounce it. So they will not say there, they will just say there. They will not say einer, they will say einer. They will not say keiner, they will just say keiner. So they don't pronounce the sound of, whenever a word ends with the alphabet R, normally in real life, you will see that people don't, at least, in the city that I live, near Düsseldorf, we don't pronounce it, but in exam please pronounce it so that teacher does not think you don't know the rules. Now if you notice, right, masculine neutrum, they are the same, right? Feminine plural, again the same. Also, what is easy to remember is that masculine neutrum, they all end with the sound of s. Check. And feminine plural, they all end with the sound of air. Question, Jagdish? If not, you can,
No,
you can mute
no.
yourself, please. Right. So this cell is empty. It's obvious because I hope you understood, right? I don't have to tell you that these are definite article, bestimmt article, the pink ones. Then the orange ones are unbestimmte article, like indefinite articles. The negations article, the blue ones, and the green ones are the possessive article, right? So you know what they mean. If not, please ask question. Otherwise, I will know. I assume you know that. And unbestimmte article does not exist for plural case. I mean, it's obvious, right? I mean, you say a sun, you say the sun, you say a star, you say the star. You don't say a stars, right? You don't, like, indefinite article does not exist for plural case, right? Even in English. That's obvious. So please remember, genitive, whenever a noun happens to be in genitive case, and there is a noun, you are also using an article with the noun, masculine neutrum, the articles will end in the sound of S. Okay. Remember this, and this table is easy to remember. Okay. This table you have to remember. Feminine plural, air. Right. One more thing you have to remember. Uh, for masculine and neutrum nouns, so of course the article changes. The art, that is the thing, right? In German, what people don't like is that the article changes, right? There becomes they, and then becomes them, and so on, right? So of course article will change. What else you have to remember is, for masculine and neutrum nouns, you also have to add the sound of S to the noun. So whenever a noun happens to be in genitive case, if it's feminine plural, just change the article and it's done. But if the noun happens to be masculine or neutrum, you have to make even the noun end with S. I say the sound of S. You can, depending on the situation, sometimes you will add S, sometimes you will add S, EAS. I said in a halb there's houses. Now house is HAUS. If I only add one S to it, let me just tell you what I'm trying to say. If I said inner halb, right, and house, right, inside the house, right? Of course, house is, I believe, it's definitely not feminine. So either it is masculine or neutral. So doesn't matter as long as it's not feminine and not plural. It is this, right? And I'm telling you that you have to add the sound of either S, right? So either you can add the alphabet S, but if you just add S, how do you pronounce it? House. It just does not sound good, right? So you add this as well, houses. Okay. Now, any questions? Okay, let's continue. Right now, again, as long as you remember this, in real life, as long as you remember, whenever the noun is in genitive case, feminine plural, the article will be like this one. They will end with the sound of air. Masculine neutrum, the article will end with the sound of S. And also you have to remember that masculine neutrum nouns, the nouns itself, they have to end with the sound of S, right? I say S, I don't say AS, or I just say S. That's enough. As long as you remember this, in real life, your German will be pretty much okay. But of course, if you're preparing for an exam, or if you want to go further, right, there are sometimes there is no ending to the noun itself. Okay, sometimes when you have like colleague, Beamte, when you have these things, you don't have to add the sound of S. Again, you may think I'm confusing you, but that's how it is. If you try to specialize in something, it gets a little bit complicated and more confusing, right? So I'm saying, normally, you whenever a noun ends with S, double S, Z, or teeth Z, right? So whenever you have a noun, masculine or neutrum noun, and that noun is ending in S, SS, Z, or te, Z, you add ES at the end, right? When the noun is ending with, when the noun is ends in a vowel, R, E, A, I mean A, I, O, U, or R, A, E, O, U, or H, or the noun is ending in N, M, L, or R, you just add the alphabet S. Okay. Then the other two rules, let's ignore them. It's not, I mean, if you're preparing for an exam, as long as you remember this one, I think it should be fine. Okay. Questions? Okay. If not question, let's look at one more time. So what exactly is genitive? And of course, you understand that verbs, we don't have to care about genitive verbs, not important for our life, for normal lives. Uh, Prepositions we learned, 5 prepositions that you need to, at least, these ones, you should know: wegen, aufgrund, trotz, start, während, innerhalb, außerhalb. Also, we discussed this one, right? These, like manager, colleague, boss, whenever you have of something, right, of someone, of something, that someone, something will be in genitive case, right? So this is what you have to remember, right? So when is a noun in genitive case? Theoretical answer, like there is some kind of possession being shown, there is some kind of relationship being indicated. Or you think of this, right, when you want to say something of something, I don't know, like color of my bag will be in genitive case, right? Or my bag's color. Or let's take, for example, my pipelines, uh, how do you say, robustness, robustness of a data pipeline, right? Robustness is just of a data pipeline. The data pipeline will be in genitive case, right? So what I'm trying to say is that something of something, whatever is after of, will be in genitive case, or something something, whatever is before apostrophe will be in genitive case, right? Example: the brand of the laptop, the deadline of the project, the schedule of the sessions, the company car of the company, right? So these ones are in genitive case, right? These are something of something. Then you have someone of someone, right? Or someone, boss of my boss, right? Brother of my brother. I mean, these are stupid examples, but you understand, right? Then you have something of someone or someone something. Notice something something, someone. Now you have someone something. Okay, salary of my boss. We all want to know. Office of my boss, apartment of my colleague. You understand, right? So you have to identify when something in genitive, right? Then only you can apply the rules of genitive case. Questions? Okay. If not question, let me just tell you one exception. Whenever, uh, let's say, let's say if I say laptop of Amar, okay, let's say Amar is a good friend, Amar, right? Now you will say, how do I say this, right? You learned that, so you will say, okay, I will write laptop. If let's say if laptop instead of Amar I had colleague, right? You would have written laptop this colleagues. You would have written this, right? Because colleague, I mean, if it's a male colleague. Now I'm not saying colleague, I'm using the name of a person, right? So I will write Amar over here. Now, because I know Amar happens to be a guy, I will write des Amars. But whenever you have the name of a person, okay, or like you can also, it can be something else, but it sounds like a name. You don't do this. All you have to do is just like in English, how do you write? If you would have said, right, Amar apostrophe s laptop. In German, it's also the same thing. You just don't write the apostrophe. What I'm trying to say is that whenever you say Rohit's laptop, Jagdish's laptop, Prisha's laptop, you just say the same. It sounds the same in English and German at the same. It's just that in English you have an apostrophe. In German, you don't have the apostrophe. Okay. Any questions? Please ask if I'm confusing you. If not, I think we have covered. Let's do some exercises. So all you have to do is remember this table. Okay. So masculine neutrum s, feminine plural air. Remember this also, that masculine neutrum nouns will end with the sound of s. Okay. Let us continue. Let's do some exercises. So the manager's project is successful. I think Arvind, right? You gave the answer, if I'm not wrong. So you told me how to say the project is successful. Thus, project is erfolgreich. How do I say the project of the manager is successful or the manager's project is successful? Please try if you're still in the call.
Does project manage? Does man?
Yeah, this is correct because I mean, we know that the manager is a guy. So this and then,
Yeah. This manager is erfolgreich.
but you also have to end it. The noun you have to end with the sound of s.
Uh,
Managers,
Managers. Yeah.
right?
Managers.
So
Yeah.
please read one more time.
This managers is erfolgreich.
Yeah. So you corrected yourself. It's project and not project. Okay. Yeah. Project. Please try the next one as well, Arvind. Tidy. Okay, you can use say tidy, no problem. Desk. Come on, you have to know how to say desk.
Ja, der Schreibtisch des Bosses
Yeah.
ist
Uh,
ordentlich.
boss is not an English word. It's not a German word. What is a German word
Chef,
for
Chef, Chef,
chef?
Chef.
Yeah. So one more time.
Der Schreibtisch, Schreibtisch des Chefes ist ordentlich.
Yeah. So chefs, right? You can also say chefs, but chefs is much more correct. Now here, you will sometimes, like when do I add s, when do I s? It comes with practice. Just learn along the way. Okay. Uh, anyone else wants to try? Yeah, Jagdish, do you want to try? So how do you say the work, Jagdish? You are not
Sorry,
muted.
I was muted. Sorry.
Yeah. How do you say the work is impressive? The work.
The work we say Arbeit.
Yes. And Arbeit is there, the or das.
Yeah, die Arbeit.
The Arbeit. So how do you say impressive?
First
Uh,
classes.
S classish will be like first class, but I mean, okay, let's use S classish, no problem. Okay, but Jagdish, your job is to tell me how do I say. So if I want to say the work is impressive, I will say the Arbeit is S classish, first class. Now I want to say the work of the team. So how do you say of team?
uh, die Arbeit is das Team or das
Let's
die
go.
Arbeit?
Let's say
Yeah,
it's not feminine, so it has to be, as long as it's not
die
feminine and not plural.
die Arbeit Teams.
Des teams, right? You have to use the.
Das Teams ist
So
was
someone said S classish. S classish means first class. Impressive will be beeindruckend. Okay. Again,
beeindruckend.
yeah.
Okay.
Jagdish,
Beeindruckend.
please tell me how do I say beeindruckend?
One moment. Why,
Yeah.
why that is das team? There should be the team, right? So,
No, team is not feminine.
Hmm.
The Arbeit, there's teams, right? So we just
Die Arbeit.
here, right? So as long as it's not, I mean, feminine plural, the article will be there or einer, keiner. Otherwise, it's S. Des, eines, keines, meines. Makes sense, Santosh?
okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, so I was thinking team is a plural. Okay.
No,
Okay.
teams is not. Yeah. But no, it's not plural, right? It's
Okay.
apostrophe. Yeah.
Okay.
Jagdish, please stay. Please tell me how do I say this one as well. Please mute
Can
yourself.
you go back because I did not understand what's the word of impressive. You just
This one.
oh,
Beeindruckend.
beeindruckend. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that you said, let me also help you learn one more thing. So the verb to say to impress is this is the verb to impress someone. Okay, to impress, beeindrucken, and this is like the adjective or the adverb. Okay, please mute yourself. Anyway,
Oh,
except
it's me.
Jagdish.
Sorry.
Yeah, Jagdish, please tell me how do I say this one?
It's the team idea is creative.
The team's idea is
Uh,
creative. Yeah,
yeah, is ED. I think it's a DED.
idee, a.
IDE.
Yeah,
DED. Das Teams.
not das, des.
Des. DED. Des Teams is the creative.
Yeah,
Creative.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
creative. Pronunciation is very
Creative.
important, guys. You may have the best grammar,
Yeah.
best vocabulary, but pronunciation is something you have to learn. Uh, Jagdish, to you, yeah, let's see if you can try this one as well. So just tell me
Yeah.
how do I say I like this support? Forget of your
Uh,
colleagues. How do you say I like something? Or I like it, I like,
uh,
don't like it, something like that.
I like it means like
Yeah, I like.
Gun.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if Arvind can try. Yeah, Arvind, you can try.
I don't know exactly what for support, but something we can say with gun. Gun.
No, gan is no. You have to know. Tell me the verb, right? You have to know
Hmm.
what is
I
the verb.
think it is mag. Ich mag das.
Mark.
Yeah, correct. So
Mark.
mag is one thing, right? So yeah, please you can try. I don't know who spoke. Please continue talking. Who told me the verb mag? Please give me the answer.
I don't know what it says in German to support. I can try.
But
Ich
okay,
mag,
let's say support only. Okay, yeah. How do you say I like
yeah,
the support?
ich mag des Kolleges
No, no,
support.
no, no.
Deines Kolleges support.
No, it will be after, right? It cannot be before. So you
Okay.
first say I like the support, and then
Hmm.
whatever you want to say, this, right?
Okay. Ich mag the support deines Kolleges.
Yeah. So anyone support, guys, you should know this.
Unterstützt.
Unterstützung. Yeah, I think
Ja,
I did not. I don't have the answer over here. Wait, let me see. Did I hide it? Okay, let me give you the answer. So it's here. So I've used the verb gefallen. Mag is not a problem. It's just that gefallen is much better way of saying it. Okay, when you really like something, you say mir gefällt das. Okay, so mir gefällt die Unterstützung deiner Kollegen. Now, as I told you, right? So like here, why am I not adding s? Because it is plural. Understand? Colleagues is plural. So deiner
Yeah,
Kollegen.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. Let's continue. Please continue topping. I see the name Ravali. Please tell me how do I say this one?
The employee's responsibility is needed.
But the other one, Ishmak, the Unterstützung is also correct. No?
It's wrong. It's right. It's right. It's right. I just said
Yeah.
gefallen is a better way of saying it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the employee's responsibility is needed. Mm,
You can
I
replace
don't know.
needed. Okay. How do you say responsibility?
I'm very poor at vocabulary. I'm so
No
sorry.
problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Santosh, do you want to try?
Responsibility.
Come on. Everyone above
Difficult.
25 should know the German word for responsibility. You are burdened with it right now. Okay. Anyone feels like trying? I don't see all the names.
Verantwortung
Correct. Please give me the entire answer. Verantwortung, right? So Verantwortung, there, die, das.
ich glaube, die.
Yeah. So anything which ends with UNG is always the. Okay, 100%, 99%. So die Verantwortung. How do you say needed? You know, something is needed or necessary or important. Okay, you can replace, you can say important. So how do you say the responsibility is important?
Äh,
Wichtige.
wichtig.
Yeah.
Wichtig?
Let Shanmugh Priya answer,
Okay.
please. Shanmugh Priya, you can
Ja.
answer. Yeah. So wichtig, okay. Now you
Ja.
have to say the responsibility. Okay, see the Verantwortung is wichtig. Now you have to say the responsibility of employee or of the employee. How do you say that?
Die Antwortung
No,
der,
not Antwortung, Verantwortung.
oh ja, ja, die Verantwortung der Employees, Mitarbeiter oder
Yeah,
Employees.
if you say Mitarbeiter, right? So Mitarbeiter is
Ja.
you mean male, right? Because if female, you have to say Mitarbeiterin. Let's go to the
Okay.
male one. So Mitarbeiter, right? So their Mitarbeiter. So
Okay.
what will it
So
sounds?
die Verantwortung des Mitarbeiters ist wichtig.
Yeah, very good. If it's female, like Mitarbeiterin, then how will the sentence sound like?
Die Antwortung
Not
der,
Antwortung, Verantwortung.
oh sorry, ja, die Verantwortung der Mitarbeiterinnen
No,
ist wichtig.
so not Mitarbeiterinnen. That is plural. It just says
Plural.
Mitarbeiterin. Okay.
Okay, okay,
So
yeah.
here is the answer. Please read one more time. Shanmugh Priya.
Die Verantwortung der Mitarbeiters ist erforderlich.
So I have obviously done a mistake. This. So needed is erforderlich. You can also say, I don't know, nötig, whatever you want to say. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Gefragt,
Your question, please.
for needed, can we use gefragt?
Yes, gefragt is also you can say. Yes, gefragt is like it is requested or so gefragt comes from fragen, right? So so yeah, it asked or you can use whichever you use. Yeah, all of them are right depending on you know with
We
whom you
also
are.
use gebraucht.
Gebraucht will be gebraucht is also yeah yeah you can say it. It's not wrong. Yeah yeah gebraucht. But I'm just wondering. It's not. You can say it. It's not incorrect, but I don't think I will use that. Yeah, yeah. More questions? If not, let's continue. Uh, Shanmugh Priya, uh, please tell me how do I say this one?
Um,
Santosh, please mute yourself.
so, proud, ich weiß nicht.
Okay, ignore proud. I don't know. Let's use the mag. Okay, tell me. Okay, ish mag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ich mag die success.
Okay. Okay,
Mm,
do you know failure? How do you say
uh,
failure in German?
failure. Failure.
Yeah, okay, not exactly. Failure. Okay. Okay, let's go with failure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Failure is
So
their failure. So ich mag den Fehler. How do you
ich
say?
mag den Fehler. Um, oh, mm, meine, meine Project. Their
No,
project.
not. It's our, not yours, not theirs, ours. How do you say
Okay.
our?
Unseres. Yeah,
Unseres.
unseres. Unseres projects.
Projektes or projects.
Projectors. Yeah, projectors.
Yeah. Please learn how to say I am proud, especially
Stores. Oh,
yeah. Anyone who is like you have responsibility, like people are working under you, please learn how to say ich bin stolz. It will motivate your colleagues. Ich bin stolz auf den Erfolg. Okay. Yeah.
okay.
The Erfolg like
Okay.
success. Failure
Yes.
will be, yeah, I don't know how to say failure in German. Yeah. So maybe look for it. But unseres Projekts. Okay. That is what is important.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, yes. Anyone? Harke. I just see the name Harke. Sorry if I'm using a surname. I apologize. Please tell me how do I say this one?
Um, sie, sie nimmt an der Präsentation um, their presentation or the presentation.
Anything which ends with T-E-O-N is always the.
Okay. Sie nimmt an der Präsentation. What is for management?
Just use management. No problem.
Okay. Their management.
Management is it's. I mean, if you use any English word, if you use as it is in German language, it will never mostly it will never be feminine. So if it's not feminine, not plural, then yeah. So des Managements, right?
Okay.
So sie nimmt an der Präsentation des Managements teil. Okay, because it is yeah. Uh, Presentation, I don't know about you, but like at least in my circle, whenever you want to say presentation, or you can just say prezi. Exam don't say prezi, they may cut your marks. But in real life, people just say prezi. Okay, it's a short form of saying presentation. Please tell
We
me
can
this word.
use referat also, right?
Sorry,
Referat,
what? Referat?
referat. Yeah,
Mm,
presentation is referat.
yeah, maybe you are right. I mean, I know what you're saying, but I don't. I mean, it depends. Like depends from company to company, people to people. So if that's what they use, you can use it. Yeah,
So this is a number on verb, right? Okay.
yeah,
Tile name,
Thailand.
okay.
Yeah,
Name,
Thailand.
name tile, okay.
Yes. Harke, please continue. Tell me how do I say this one? We look forward to the team's collaboration. If you don't know how to say look
Um,
forward, tell me we like the team's collaboration.
we freuen.
Very good.
Okay. Wir freuen uns auf die Zusammenarbeit, I guess.
Yeah,
Die Zusammenarbeit des Teams.
correct. Right. So
Correct.
we have freuen uns. Okay, not just freuen. We have it's a reflexive verb which we learned in A2. So sich freuen, we have freuen uns auf die Zusammenarbeit des Teams. Okay. So yeah, at this point, I would like to end it here, and we'll post the link for the next session that we will learn some vocabulary in the group. So please join within 5 minutes. Like I will start that session at exactly 8.